Welcome back to Plastic Surgery Untold, greatest podcast in the world. Super excited to be able to steal the MC of all of Octane. And this is your second year in a row?
Sixth year. Yeah.
But did you have MC'd?
Yeah.
All 6 years?
All 6 years.
Holy shit.
Since inception. The OG continues.
Tell our audience a little bit about you, because you're involved in more advisory boards, panels, everything, and that's why you're so perfect to help run this conference.
Yeah, I think where I really shine in aesthetics is being that bridge between industry and patients. I mean, you're a lot of times in that same situation where we understand what a patient wants, but need to be able to communicate how industry invests and brings products to market. So it's always been an interest of mine since I was a medical student. I was addicted to going to journal club and like to understand how companies position products. And sometimes it's all right, and sometimes it's all wrong. So it's fun that this organization, Octane, is a convening organization, like connecting capital to innovators and investors and then physicians. And we're all coming together for that purpose. And so the aesthetic tech forum in particular focuses on aesthetics, and it's been so great to have you a part of it.
No, this has been great. I think it's so exciting because you see stuff that's like coming to the market next year, stuff that's coming to the market. I've just seen somebody who's talking about launching their product in 2030.
Yes,
and so,
I know.
Because I think that's what helps us. People are like, oh, you guys seem like you're on the forefront. But, like you, if you're involved in all these different things, I think in the end, it really helps our patients because we know what's coming. We know what's there, where we're at, how far away some of these innovations are, which I think is priceless.
I think it's priceless. And like being here, like right now inside that conference room, we know that there's these new companies giving the pitches. There's going to be a great winner at the end of the day today. I mean, do you have any thoughts on like a company you have your eyes on that you think is like the future?
I don't know. It's super interesting because you get a quick clip note of what some of these ideas are doing. You're definitely seeing a lot to do with technology and AI.
So
and I think
much
that's
technology.
so exciting. I really think that practices that can integrate some of the technology and innovation is going to help. You and I have talked a lot about how do small practices compete with private equity groups or other things in terms of stuff, because in the end you want to give patients a great experience, but all that is challenging right now.
Yeah, it's very challenging. Like technology makes things so much easier for us, between Uber and DoorDash and like even just travel, right? Having an app to just do everything on your own, not having to make a phone call. So we know that like making appointments, the way that you run your business, I think that the ability to communicate with patients about what to expect from the results. So I'm excited about some of these companies that can, in a simple way, like quick phone shot of your face and say, like, this is kind of what you could expect from the results. Those things help. Like, we know it, we can visualize it, but it's hard for a patient to really see it and believe it and then want to move forward.
And especially someone like you who has an ever expanding practice. I saw you just added another partner, gosh, not too long ago, maybe a month, 2 months ago. I don't know. I saw it. So it becomes hard. And the hope with some of these technologies, how can you replicate that? Because there's only one of you, unfortunately. We wish there was more. But that makes it challenging because a lot of patients are very used to you and everything. And how do you utilize some of this technology and AI stuff to help like make sure that they're always getting the best results when they're used to you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, thankfully I have amazing partners who know how to work with me and can take, like you've done this really well, take what you do and your brand and Austin Plastic Surgeon and have incredible team members, resonate with what you do. But yeah, technology definitely helps us. I mean, having, digital platforms and having use like Aesthetx for helping patients pick implant sizes. I mean, I'm very involved in the process, but the technology is what helps the patient make decisions.
And then I'm going to put you on the spot here before we let you go here.
Okay.
Since you're in the know with all of this, what are your top 3 trends for 2025?
Ooh, top 3 trends. I would say is like invasive is the new minimally invasive in a way. So we see younger and younger patients doing facelift surgery, big incisions, big changes, actually yielding more natural results. I mean, like everybody's been talking about Lindsay Lohan. She looks amazing. Who knows? I don't know what she did, but for a patient who's looking for those kinds of changes, going under the knife sometimes and a big procedure with some downtime is a big investment that gives longevity. So I think we'll see more invasive things being done to actually look more natural.
And especially when you're talking about young patients, right?
Yeah.
So if you're young, you're going to get that benefit for years and years and years to come. So I agree with that. I think that's a huge one.
Yeah.
All right, that's only one.
That's only one. I'm gonna say I'm gonna still go with like glowing skin. Sometimes little things. I mean, I'm addicted to. I mean, right across from a CO2 lift mask.
Yeah.
I did one this morning to be super glowy. I think that having like just high performance skin, rejuvenating treatments that aren't just like an injectable or wearing makeup is out, but just having glowing skin. So, you know, microtox for skin quality, you know, Skin Vive, it's hard to say, like these injectable HAs. And then, you know, like maintenance products that actually improve the quality of skin. So,
and we've seen a lot of that with the GLPs because people are now starting to see some skin changes.
Yes, that's very exciting. It's a newer thing, and I think there's no end to the great things those products have. So that's two. Gosh, the next one is I just think we're going to see the integration of health, beauty, and wellness. We're seeing it already together. And so it's not just about looking good, but feeling good. And the weight loss medications have been like our first toe dip into that. And we see it's here to stay. But bioregenerative, you know, we're going to become the new primary care doctors for feeling and looking your best.
But don't you think, you know, we've been around long enough, not to tell our age stuff, but, you know, wellness and regenerative medicine was almost a little bit on the fringe. And unfortunately, people use those terms a little bit loosely and fast. But now there's real science, people who are doing really well in terms of this. And so I think now that you can actually have real treatment plans, data driven, and that's super exciting.
Very exciting. That's the future.
Well, Casey, I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. I know you got to run the rest of this meeting, but thank you so much. Can you tell people who are listening, what's the best way for them to follow you on Instagram, your website, any way to get more information?
Absolutely. You can follow me at Dr. Zeidler, Dr. Zeidler, on Instagram, and you'll reach me. Shout out.
Awesome. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
All right. Bye.